Good evening, everybody. It is Charlie here, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's doing all right today. As always, it's Friday night, guys, which can only mean one thing. It is the day before the game, so it's time for your match preview ahead of Birmingham against Leeds United taking place at St Andrews tomorrow afternoon. 3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday, guys. The 3 o'clock Saturdays are back. Just before we get into it, as always, please smash that like button. It really does help get the video out there. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. Hit that notification bell, and of course, get all of your thoughts and opinions on tomorrow's game in the comment section down below. I'm interested to see what you're all thinking going into this one. So yeah, look, I had the pleasure of appearing on Jer's podcast over on Leeds United The View. So whenever that comes out, go and check that out. It was a really good chat with myself, Max from Leeds lately. There was Lockie from Lockie Leeds, Andrea Russo as well. Really good chat as we spoke about a number of topics, including tomorrow's game. And I'll just say what I said on there, really, guys. I think it is going to be a tough afternoon for us, I think. It's going to be it'll definitely be a much tougher prospect than what Cardiff were on Sunday of last week. And look, Cardiff even put two past us at Ellen Road, but due to two defensive disaster classes, which is always the case with Leeds United. And I won't say I'm worried, but I'm a little bit apprehensive going into this game. I think Birmingham have recruited well. They've signed quite a fair few players who are all good. They all played decent against Swansea as well. I watched the highlights from that earlier. They took their goal well, but they'll have been disappointed to have come away from that with just a point after Swansea equalised late on. Obviously, they have Leeds United legend Tyler Roberts amongst their ranks now. So I'm hoping he doesn't have a good game because that'll just annoy me even more. There's a good vibe around Birmingham at the minute. Obviously, they've just been taken over by American owners. Tom Brady's on board. So St Andrews will be rocking. We've been informed as well that apparently Birmingham have sold out for tomorrow's game. It's their highest attendance since 2020. I wonder why that is. It's because Leeds United are coming to town and they'll want to make a statement against a team that's just been relegated from the Premier League. Of course they will. However, I do still think that we have got enough to beat them. Yes, we've got quite a fair few injuries at the minute. It'd be interesting to see if Willie Gnonto does play in this game. Obviously, my opinion on the whole situation is just that if he doesn't want to be here, then he can do one for me. I think he's acting like a petulant child. Obviously, saying that he didn't want to play in the League Cup against Shrewsbury the other night. I just think's like bizarre. Like, for me, he's under contract. He should be playing for Leeds United until a bid is accepted by Leeds United from another club. Obviously, apparently he wants Everton and he's agreed personal terms with them. That's fine as long as it's dealt with in the background. I don't really see what Gnonto has done at Leeds to think that this behaviour of his is valid. I'm not saying that if he was like a legend, like, I don't know, say if he wouldn't have done this at all because it's not the player that he was. But if Pablo Hernandez was kicking off asking for a move, yeah, it'd be annoying and you'd be questioning his behaviour. But at least you could sit back and go, well, he has done this for Leeds, he's done that. What has Gnonto done at Leeds, really? He had a few good games, scored a few goals, but it didn't set the world alight for me. And yeah, it might sound like I'm just saying that because he's on the verge of leaving, same as Adams. I think Adams is a basic midfielder and is very limited in what he could do, maybe in a Daniel Farke system. Obviously, Tyler Adams is not going to Chelsea now. That deal has fallen through as they look to sign Moises Caicedo from Brighton. So he's coming back to Leeds for now. So if he ends up staying, how's the vibe going to be there? I don't know. Don't get me wrong, Adams would be a good player to have as an option at Leeds if he was to stay. But I do think he'll move on now. The fact that he was in London having a medical and everything at Chelsea until it fell through means that he must want to go. So if he doesn't want to be here, same as Gnonto, get them gone, get the fees in, and let's reinvest in this squad. Obviously, bad news regarding Gustavo Hamer as well as he looks to join Sheffield United. But We have signed 4 players. We've got Joe Rodon in now on a season-long loan from Spurs, Carl Darlow, Sam Byram, and obviously Ethan Ampadu. Decent signings, but we definitely do need more. I think we've got enough to beat Birmingham in this game, but we definitely need more signings. You know, obviously Ruta, Farker said he was going to be assessed ahead of tomorrow's game. Hopefully he can feature. He isn't a number 9 and he's not great up there, but I think if he plays through the middle, basically I'll give my predicted 11 now, as I didn't have time to do it last night, unfortunately. So my predicted 11 for this game is Ilan Meslier in goal. I think it'll be Luke Ayling, Charlie Cresswell, Pascal Strauch, and Sam Byram at left back. I think it'll be Ampadu and Archie Gray in holding midfield. Dan James on the left, Cine on the right, Paveda in the 10, because I think Paveda does deserve a start now. And then it depends if Ruter's available. I think Ruter will start, but if not, it'll probably be Joe Gelhardt up top. You know, hopefully we've still got enough in that attacking third to cause Birmingham some real damage. Birmingham are a tall, athletic team, so they'll be looking to counter-attack us at not counter-attack us. They'll be looking to attack us, from set pieces. And we need to be wary of that. Obviously, our defence is quite tall, in fairness. But, you know, hopefully we've been training up on set pieces, because I do think Birmingham will look to take advantage of Leeds' poor defending from set pieces. But yeah, look, as I said, Jan Paveda does deserve a start. I think his performances in pre-season and, you know, his sub-appearance against Cardiff and his performance against Shrewsbury definitely warrant a start for me. I think he's playing with a real point to prove at the moment, which is really good to see. A player who I kind of wrote off at one point. I didn't rate him at all, but to be fair, under this manager in this system, I think he could be a real threat in that number 10. He looks lively, he looks bright, like Somerville did in the 10. So hopefully, you know, he can have just as much of an impact in this team. Obviously, Dan James, for me, still needs to work on his end product. He's all right until he gets into that final third, and then he either makes the wrong decision, or, you know, his end product's just not good, is it? Let's be honest. And obviously, there's Cine as well, who I think's been okay up until this point. I still think he's trying to find his fitness. But again, once Cine is 100% fit, it'll cause a lot of defensive issues. Hopefully, he's feeling a lot more fitter, because I do think this Birmingham backline will have a real tough afternoon if Cine is bang on it. Obviously, Ampadu and Archie Gray formed a really good partnership, and I thought the back four against Shrewsbury in that second half was really good and solid. It didn't really let much through. I know Shrewsbury are in League One, but it was a complete contrast from what we saw in the first half, when it was Ampadu at centre back and Hjelde was at left back. I don't want to see Hjelde at left back ever again. Absolutely woeful. So I do think it'll be Sam Byram there. So yeah, hopefully, Leeds fans, we can get our first win of the season. Look, if it's a draw, I can understand why people will be annoyed, but it is only game 2. But I understand what a lot of you are saying. You know, we do need to get a win under his belt just to get that momentum building. I actually said a draw on Jer's podcast. But obviously, as it's getting a little bit more closer, I'm feeling a little bit more fruity. I'll go with a standard 2-1. I'll go with 2-1 Leeds. I think we can just edge it in this game. I really do. Like I say, I think it'll be a much tougher game than what Cardiff was, especially with it being at St Andrews as well. But as I say, hopefully we've worked on set pieces, because I do think Birmingham will look to exploit us there. And hopefully the forward players, you know, because we will get chances in this game, guys. It's just about if we're able to take them. Hopefully we can. And hopefully Dan James can make some better decisions in the final third as well. So yeah, 2-1 Leeds for me, guys. Hopefully we can get the win, get our first win of the season, and get that momentum building. So that brings a close to this video, guys. If you've enjoyed it, please smash that like button. It really does help get the video out there. Please subscribe if you are brand new to the channel. Get all of your comments in the comment section down below, and of course hit that notification bell, and I will be back with my match review straight after the game tomorrow night, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening and your weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.